Fiat seems to think another all-electric 500 hatchback might be right for us. Fiat is in a pretty sorry state in the US at the moment, only selling the bloated and awkward Fiat 500X hatchback stateside after discontinuing everything else it offered after the 2019 model year. In Europe, the brand has introduced an all-new, all-electric version of its Fiat 500 hatchback city car. And now at this year's Los Angeles Auto Show, Fiat CEO François Olivier has confirmed the 2024 Fiat 500e is officially coming back to America. This would mark the second time in as many decades that Fiat has attempted to make a splashy dent in the US car market, now trying again with the 500e, after a few years of middling sales generally. Though it's going to take a few years to get anywhere, we should point out that before the old 500 was discontinued in America, it still outsold the other cars in Fiat's lineup, namely, the also now dead 500 liters van thing and the 500X that survives today. Even so, that version was primarily gas-powered. The electric 500e variant was sold in limited markets, and even then Fiat Chrysler CEO Sergio Marchionne complained that every single one was a money loser. As it's sold in Europe today, the new 500e thoroughly moves past the sad sack last-gen version with its sub-100 mile range and slow charging. The old 500e was a so-called compliance car, built to satisfy certain regulations requiring the sale of electric vehicles in certain markets, and its execution belied its checkbox existence. Entry-level 500es are attractive and have far more upscale-looking cabins than the old 500 seconds did, and they get a 24 kWh battery pack, good for about 150 miles of range. The 400-volt architecture allows the battery to charge to full in about 4 hours at 11 kilowatts of power, and can accept up to 85 kilowatts of fast charging rates. A higher output version offering about 200 miles of range is available with the 42 kWh pack. In the meantime, Fiat is preoccupying us at this year's auto show with 3 one-off models that show off what "made in Italy" means, highlighting the craftsmanship, creativity, and sophistication of 3 Italian designers on a car the brand dubs the ultimate fashion accessory. The 500 Armani from Giorgio Armani's fashion house takes a 500e into haute couture, incorporating laser etching on a majority of the exterior bodywork to create a two-tone patterned effect without the fancy paint job that Fiat claims is polluting. The micro-chevron pattern that results from the laser etching is meant to emulate the three-dimensional qualities of working with fabrics, like green silk in this case, according to Armani. The rest of the body is coated in a special opaque paint that is UV light activated to somehow reduce air pollutants. Inside, there's full-grain real, greyge-colored leather sourced from Poltrona Frau, an Italian furniture company, contrasted with micro-chevron patterned bands of wool, and accented by reconstituted open-pore wood with aluminum inlays inspired by the current House of Armani line. Cardle, an Italian sustainable plastic and metal furniture company, also had a crack at a one-off all-electric 500. This one focuses most materials in a monochrome shade of the brand's Cardle blue color, derivative of Yves Klein blue. For all you color nerds out there, the exterior bodywork is all done in blue mirror effect with an environmentally friendly chrome paint. Fiat competitor Mini recently announced it was cutting chrome altogether due to its negative environmental effects. The car's logos are sand-blasted polycarbonate for a sense of depth. The grille, wheels, and mirror caps are made of recycled parabolic projector materials, and their detailing is inspired by Cardle's famous kabuki lamp from designer Ferruccio Laviani. That motif carries through the interior on the dashboard and seats, and all tactile plastics and fabrics are entirely made of recycled materials. The Bulgari jeweler designed Mai Troppo Fiat 500e is all about beauty and craftsmanship, roughly translating to never too much. The company says the bright saffron paintwork is inspired by the chromatic variegation of Roman sunsets. Rome is a city in Italy, and it used to also be the name of multiple historical Italian empires. It's not clear to us which Rome Bulgari is referencing here. The paint is mixed with gold dust scrapped from jewelry production, which is meant to make the car look and feel like a big blood orange jewel. The wheels are modeled after the famous Bulgari star symbol in a black lacquer accented with golden trim and gold badging. Inside, the dashboard is made of heritage Bulgari silk scarves of the past, which might mean they're recycled. The seats get diva pattern embroidered leather with gold details and silk scarf inserts. There's also a removable gem tray of sorts, with a Fiat brooch featuring semi-precious amethyst, topaz, and citrine stones mounted in the center of the steering wheel. Imagine the airbag going off behind that. Fiat CEO Olivier announced that the official, final reveal of the US-bound Fiat 500e will take place at next year's Los Angeles Auto Show, where it will be used to announce that order books will open near the end of 2023. At the 2022 Los Angeles Auto Show, Olivier added that the US 500e will get 162 lb-ft of torque and go from 0 to 30 miles per hour in 3.0 seconds. It can juice up to 30 miles of range in just 5 minutes on an 85 kilowatts fast charger. We don't think any of these fashion house one-offs will make it to production, but perhaps some of the more sustainable elements do. Fiat says the soonest you can expect to receive a new 500e in the US is the first quarter of 2024. Based on our experiences so far in the Euro versions, it should prove more stylish and altogether more substantial than its predecessor, and if it's priced right, it might find some appeal among budget EV shoppers looking for a fun, small electric runabout.